And tonight, I talk about this Super Bowl. Nah, this is not the worst Super Bowl in the world, but it wasn't as fun. I mean, it's not that what happened to Denver back in 2013, whenever it was like fucking 49 to like 7, right? This was 29-13. Point it got a little bit ugly. I believe it was 29-7 at one point, but obviously Seattle the better team. Man, that defense is crazy, man. Yeah, Patriots didn't have a chance, man. They just did not have a chance. It sucks though because this season, although like a lot of the superstars didn't do much this year, there was a lot of good games, right? The first game was, Cowboys Philly was a kind of good game, but it was kind of boring, low scoring. But that was a good, nice start. Then you had Packers and Cowboys going to overtime and then being a draw. What else did you have? You have the Denver Broncos coming back from 19-0 in the fourth quarter and winning the game. You have that final season between Baltimore and Pittsburgh with the division on the line, Pittsburgh winning. There was a bunch of good-ass close games this year. There really was a fun season. And you hope that, okay, we don't have a Josh Allen, a Patrick Mahomes, a Lamar Jackson, but can we at least get one of these crazy close games we've been getting all season long? Fortunately, that was not kind of the case. Kind of a blowout, but not really. But it was dominated by Seattle, man. Drake May and the pitch couldn't do anything offensively. Kind of felt bad for Drake May. He looked so focused in that interview right before kickoff. And then to play the way, I think he had, 2 fumbles and an interception. Let's look at the stats, man. Sam Darnold, 38 passes, completed 19 of them, 203 yards, 1 touchdown. Kenneth Walker, the MVP, 135 yards rushing. No touchdown, but they had run for 135 yards. Cooper Kupp, 6 catches, 61 yards. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 4 catches, 27 yards. He left for a few plays as he was suffering from concussion, but he was able to come back in the game. A.J. Bonner had 4 catches, 54 yards, and he had the 1 touchdown from the offense. The other touchdown was a strip sack fumble return for a touchdown. For the Patriots, Drake May, 43 throws, completed 28 of them, 295 yards. Drake May actually threw for more yards than Sam Darnold, but that was because Sam Darnold had a big lead, and obviously the way Kenneth Walker was running, right, it makes kind of sense. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. It was okay, so he had 4 turnovers? Wait. Okay, I am so apologize. He had 2 interceptions, 1 fumble. Okay, so 3 turnovers. Okay. He actually led the team with 37 rushing yards tonight. That Drake May. Demario Douglas, 5 catches, 45 yards. Ramon Stevenson, 5 catches, 40 yards. Stephon Diggs didn't really play that good tonight. 3 receptions for 37 yards. Hunter Henry, not much either. 3 catches for 31 yards. I believe the touchdown was actually scored by the running back, right? Yeah. Well, Matt Collins scored a touchdown. And then the other one was Stevenson. He kind of flipped it. He almost dropped it, but he caught it, and it was a touchdown. But yeah, not the most exciting Super Bowl. But at the same time, we've seen worse Super Bowls, I feel like. We've seen worse Super Bowls. Just sucks. The season kind of ended flat like this. I think this is back-to-back years, right, where the Super Bowls kind of don't deliver. Last year, Eagles, I think, won like 41-21. I think at one point it was like fucking 31-0. This year, I believe at one point it was 29-7. So it sucks, man. I mean, it happens, I guess. I mean, but yeah, you kind of want the Super Bowl to, especially in a season like this where the games have been really good this year. The fact that the Super Bowl ends like this, but it is what it is. It happens. And the season's over, ladies and gentlemen. The NFL season has come to an end. We'll see what happens next year. Sam Darnold, that's a storyline, right? And that, the comeback storyline from Sam Darnold. After having that shitty run at the start with the Jets, The Panthers not much better. Then fading out for a year, backing up in San Francisco. Then having that great year last year in Minnesota, but then choking in the playoffs. And this year, winning the Super Bowl. I believe they won. I believe they ended up finishing like 15-33 or something like that. Great season for them. And the the Seattle Seahawks are your Super Bowl 60 world champions. Congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks fans. Basketball, I thought game was a blowout. The Knicks blew out the Celtics, like a 20-point lead, 25, whatever it was. And then I think there's some wrestling news. I haven't looked too much into it, but I think it's true. And that is that Braun Breaker has suffered an injury. He is getting surgery. I believe it's a sports hernia. You get those for lifting too much, whether he got hurt body slamming somebody or maybe lifting too much weight. But Braun Breaker, Roman Reigns had this injury years ago. And he missed some time, but he didn't miss too much time. So, but I don't know. I mean, we're in February. There's still a lot of time. I think there's 10 weeks, maybe a little bit less before WrestleMania. So there's time for him to get back. Because the belief is Seth Rollins might get clear. Seth Rollins has been known for this, right? For coming back early. Remember years ago, he was supposed to have a WrestleMania match with Triple H, and he got hurt with Samoa Joe. He came back. He was able to come back and have the match with Triple H at WrestleMania. Back in 2024, I believe he tore his meniscus in January in a match with Jinder Mahal, and he was able to come back and have his WrestleMania match 3 months later versus Drew McIntyre. So he's been known for being able to come back ahead of time. So apparently that's the plan for him to get clear once before WrestleMania and have a match versus Braun Breaker. But now with Braun Breaker being hurt, who knows? Maybe they'll both try to get in the rehab and kind of push each other, and and maybe they can try to. Hey, our goal is to get back to WrestleMania so we can have our match. Right? We'll see what happens. I think Seth's been doing a lot of media stuff with the NFL, and he's not wearing a sling. It seems like he's getting close to coming back. I think he's starting to do therapy and everything. So the belief is Seth Rollins going to get clear before WrestleMania to be able to have a match with Braun Breaker, but now Braun Breaker's hurt. So we'll see what they do tomorrow on Monday Night Raw, how they address the situation. You could replace him with maybe Logan Paul or Bronson Reed, right? The Paul brothers, Logan and Jake are talking a lot of, they were very negative with Bad Bunny's halftime. A lot of people think it could be leading up to a match between Logan Paul and Bad Bunny. The belief is that Bad Bunny is negotiating with WWE to do something, right? With WrestleMania around the corner, it could be a WrestleMania match. And the way both Logan and Jake were very negative this whole weekend with Bad Bunny's halftime show performance, a lot of people think it could be a little bit of kayfabe because Logan Paul can end up facing Bad Bunny at WrestleMania. But we never know, right? You never know. But, I mean, that's the thing. You could have a guy like Logan Paul or Bronson Reed replaced Braun Breaker, right? If it's the case where Seth Rollins is back, but Braun Breaker's not ready to come back, I don't see, they're all in the division together, right? So they could, although he already faced, Seth and Logan already face each other, so it might make more sense for it to be Bronson Reed if he has to replace Braun Breaker. But we'll see what they do. We'll see. But I think that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm going to call it a night. Baseball, there's not really much to talk about. I think at this point we're just going to... I know there's still some players out there. I think one of the biggest question is the Justin Verlander next year, are going to play this season or not. Nobody has picked them up. So are they going to retire, or are they going to try to continue to see if they can get signed by somebody? We'll see about that. And that's pretty much about it. I hope you enjoy the show tonight. I hope you were entertained. And if you were, you haven't seen nothing. Are you enjoying the show? Because this is what we do. Ladies and gentlemen. All right. Have a good night, everybody. I will be back tomorrow with a whole new video. Kind of like starting to make chicken salad here. We got the NBA All-Star game coming up, I believe, from the 13th to the 20th. So I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with my sports. I'm gonna feel like a freaking loser with no sports on.